Hey guys, Barker Pets coming again with another interesting deck profile. And yeah, as again, it has been a long time, so I'm just going to kind of do deck profiles of decks which I have been using recently online and in sort of real life-ish. Yeah, I've only got two decks in real life, which is Burning Abyss and Medolce. Don't use Medolce, but I use Burning Abyss. But Medolce is like an old thing which I used to use. And it has sentimental value, you know, getting those tops and shit. But Infernoids is my favorite deck to use. Apart from Burning Abyss, it's my favorite deck to use. Purely because it's like Dragon Rulers, and to be fair, that Dragon Ruler video I had was the biggest video I've ever uploaded. I think I got like over 20,000 views. But this is Burning Abyss Infernoid. Now, I've been seeing a lot of people running Infernoids, and they're running it with Raiden, and they're running it with Light Swans. The problem I have with the Light Swan engine is I think it's really slow, and it is. It's, in my opinion, it's one of the slowest, like apart from the pure Infernoid. I think the pure Infernoid is the worst. Light Swans is second if you want to keep it budget, but if you need a good Infernoid deck, I'd say go with this. With all the experience I've had with Burning Abyss, I kind of tried to think of something for myself, try and actually, you know, come up with something. True, this deck does get dead draws. You will obviously get dead draws in this deck because it happens with every deck, and you gotta look at the huge monster count that you've got. But it's like, if you open like Curry Bandit or Torguide, you're fucking set, mate. You are sorted. And it's not hard to do that. But without further ado, let's go on the deck profile. I do apologize if I get these names wrong, because I have no fucking idea how to pronounce these, and I'm not even going to bother trying. So, Infernoid Nehemoth. There you go. Nehemoth, wait. Two of them. The reason for two is because there's a... You know, I just like two. If I'm honest, he's two big motherfucking beaters, alright? And also, it's just an extra numbers. That's the way I looked at it. It's like Burning Abyss in a sense. You want to have the numbers, you want to have the names, and it's always better just to have the names. Then you got the Free Admiralek. I think that's how you pronounce it. This dude, I don't really summon him often. I, again, just use him because of his numbers. The fact that he is an Infernoid monster. Sometimes I will summon him, but he doesn't really give you much. Like, he just gets to attack twice, and it's alright, but it's not as amazing as Veil. Veil is fucking awesome. This dude is the best, in my opinion. I even say he's better than Nehemoth. Obviously, Nehemoth combos really well with this deck. I'll say that much. This whole deck fucking combos off each other, but I'll get into that later. But the fact that this dude, if it destroys an opponent's, or if it battles an opponent's monster in a battle phase, you can banish one of their cards at the end of the battle phase. This gives you such an advantage against Cliffort, because so many times when I played against Cliffort, I summon this, I attack into their thing with Sacrifice, they ain't even got Scout at that point, and it's just like, oh, you take some damage, okay, banish the Sacrifice, oh, look, you're going to be minusing a bit more. I mean, I haven't really lost to Cliffort with this deck. I do lose occasionally to it, but it's not been a case of, oh, I've had all my plays and then I've lost. It's mainly just a factor of I haven't had plays that I've lost. And a lot of Cliffort players do get their plays off against me, and I still come back to whoop their ass. So then you got the Free Asmodee. I like this card a lot. I think it's alright against rogue decks as well. Obviously, in the meta, this doesn't really do much unless you're against Cliffort. I mean, against Cliffort, this is actually pretty cool. Being able to just make the minus from the hand is actually good. Against Burning Abyss, Shadows, maybe not. But against Rogue and against Satellas, this thing is actually pretty fucking good. He's 22, which is quite powerful against Satellas. And the fact that if you inflict battle damage to your opponent by attacking their monster, it just discards discards a random card from the hand. Now, I got two Beelzebub. Now, some people, if they're going to run the big guys, they only run the big guys and they don't run the small guys. I like the small guy because this guy's really fucking good, in the sense that it can just return something. I mean, there are a lot of Evil Swarm players about at the moment, purely because Shaddol's irrelevant, and Cliffort are relevant, and soon to be Necroths. But if I was against an Evil Swarm player and I was playing Netcloths, I'd kind of laugh because it's like, do you not know what this deck does, or are you stupid? But you know, this gives you more outs to stuff which would not allow you to special summon. It just does a lot for you. It can get rid of problem cards, and it only requires you to banish one, so you don't actually miss out on a lot. And also you can combo off with it, because there's a maximum of level 8 to be out. I mean, obviously you can get the Nahemia, but you can get this out, return something, then get Asmodee out, and then you can also get the Nahemia if you have all the fucking things in the grave. But still, one Blaster. There's a reason for Blaster. Blaster's just quite cool because it can get rid of some floodgates like Vanities. You can get rid of Scouts, which are going to be on the field, and you want to get rid of them. It can just be like a Blind Fire MST as well, so that's even better. Now we go on to the Burning Abyss engine. The Burning Abyss. The Burning Abyss. Yeah, I said that correctly. Alright, so we got two Farfa. Farfa is really, as I've said in my last deck profile, the Burning Abyss deck profile. I don't know if I actually said it there, but I actually really fucking love Farfa. Farfa is fucking amazing. It pisses me off though that I confuse it for Scarm sometimes on Dev Pro, and I click it by accident and I'm like, shit. But this is like your natural out to fucking everything. It's not so good against Cleese, I'll say that much. It doesn't do too much because a lot of the time they're going to be unaffected by your monster effects, so not going to do too much. But against stuff like Burning Abyss, this gets rid of Dante's materials, and that can be quite good. And also it adds OTK capabilities. Being able to just banish a monster your opponent controls is just too good, and I just love it. Free Scarm, obviously. I mean, we've got lots of Fiends which we can search for. So you got the free Tour Guide and the free Curry Bandit. Now, when I was saying earlier that this deck combos in with each other, it's kind of obvious. All of these monsters have two effects. One being their base effect and one being their during the evil player's turn effect. And their during the evil player turn effect is pretty much you contribute one monster on the field to target one card in your opponent's grave and banish it. And being able to combo that with like Scarm or Dante and all the other stuff which you run in, it's just really fucking good. It keeps advantage. It means you don't always have to get rid of your infernoid monsters because sometimes you don't really want to do that when you want to keep the advantage. And having a Dante in the field where it doesn't really do much anyway, it's only there to be a 25 beer and just to be milling free. So being able to like negate a spell or trap just by pitching Dante and adding Farfa back to hand so you can combo it with Phoenix Windblast and Karma Cut if you want is really fucking good. And that's why this deck is my favorite deck to run. So then you got Apostle of Purgatory at 2. Apparently, from what my friend said, not a lot of people are actually running this. This card, in my opinion, is really fucking good. It's too good. I beat Cliff Forts just because of this, I think. Yeah, I did. So it's really good. I love this because it's like Infestation Pandemic, and to anyone who has really known me through like the amount of times I've uploaded stuff on YouTube, I'm a really big Evil Swarm fan. Evil Swarms is my favorite deck in the whole of Yu-Gi-Oh, and it's a shame that they're just not that good, in my opinion. I think they're just too slow. They are supposed to be slow, and they do main all the floodgates, but I don't like decks which is just, okay, I'm going to summon this and I'm going to sit on this for the whole game. I kind of grew out of that because I hate Bujin. Bujin takes no skill. 2 enemy controller because you can use it in this deck. Again, you don't give a shit if you're putting your why did I say Neckcloth? You don't give a shit if you're putting your Infernoids to the grave because you can just summon them straight back. And also you combo it off with Farfa, you can get Scarm effect off, you can get Dante and Scarm effect, you can get a lot off with this, and it just adds so much. 2 MST, Vanities is an issue, kind of, but if you fear the Vanities, always summon an Infernoid monster first. You summon an Infernoid monster first, they can't chain to it because it's an inherent summon. This is why I don't play this deck on fucking Dueling Network, because I get fed up of people saying, oh no, it's an infected. No. Fuck off. It's not. It's inherent. Learn what inherent summon is, please. This is why I play Dev Pro more. Because if anyone has seen my Know Your Rulings rant, I generally snapped. And I was like, fuck this, not playing Duel Network ever again. I don't care for DMYCS, it can suck a dick, because it generally sucks dick anyway. And the prizes are kind of lackluster. And it's just crap. This does it all for you. But where was I? Oh yeah, 2 MSTs just because vanities. Vanities can, as I said, vanities can sort of be a problem, but we do have quite a lot of ways just to get around it, because we can just summon an infernoid and they can't chain to the summon, so... 1 Book of Moon and then 1 Burrow from a different dimension. No Regeki in this one. We don't really need it with all the big beaters. So yeah, Burrow from different dimension. As soon as you summon this dude, you banish 3 anyway, so you can just return those. So to the traps, you have the 2 Phoenix Wing Wind Blast, 2 Kamaka, and 3 Needlebug's Nest. No reasoning. This deck cannot run reasoning. A lot of people are running reasoning in the Light Swarm build. Why? I don't get it, because the whole point of reasoning in this deck is that you mill and you mill and you mill and you mill, and you run a minimum of like 1 or 2 other monsters in the deck, like a blaster, or I don't fucking know actually, because I haven't seen any other builds. And I see people running reasoning in the Light Swarm build, and I don't understand the point, because you have a high chance of milling a Light Swarm. I even tested reasoning out in this build, and as you can see, there's more other monsters than there are infernoids, and you can't fill this deck with just loads of infernoids. Like, this, I'd say, is the maximum you should use for infernoids, just because it's an equal amount. But reasoning doesn't work in this deck, because you're going to be special. The amount of times I've just dropped the first card and it's Curry Bandit or Farfa or Scam or Tour Guide or even Blaster. It's just ridiculous. That's why you shouldn't run reasoning in this deck if you're not running the pure build. If you're running the pure build, run reasoning. But if you run reasoning without the pure build, you're gambling a lot on that one card, and I don't see the point in that. But anyway, I'm going to just quickly rush through the extra deck. So 3 Dante, obviously, 1 Dragosack, 1 Big Eye, 1 Master of Blades, 1 Guide Dragon, because we can go into it. So yeah, 1 Wind Up Zen Mains, just because Soul Drain sucks. Actually, Soul Drain doesn't affect this deck, never mind. Tempo, just because this dude, I've actually never used this dude in my entire life, but I thought, fuck it, may as well run it, rank 3. 1 Alucard, 1 Giga Brilliant. This thing is so good when he got this badass out. Ah, free, and I negate. Oh, fuck. Then Leviathan Dragon, and, oh, my phone. Nightmare Shark. I've already explained how I feel about Nightmare Shark in my Burning Abyss video. Don't need to explain. It's fucking awesome. And then Acid Golem. Acid Golem, just huge fucking beater. Yeah, it's just an out of stuff. So yeah, please leave a like, comment, and please subscribe, and I'll get back to you some more deck profiles. I will actually be uploading some dueling videos or replays of what I've been doing with these decks, because excuse me, that's what it was. I wondered what that was. But pretty much, I was kind of trying to think, you know, what do I want to do with my deck profiles? Do I want to show a little deck profile, then show off the deck, how it works? Or should I just do a deck profile and then immediately upload, like... And I'm just going to do it like that, because it just takes up too much time and effort to do it on one video. So please leave a like, comment, and please subscribe, and we'll go to some more deck profiles and dueling videos and Yu-Gi-Oh stuff. Yeah! Woo!